Welcome to Breakout Creator. My name is Dominic D10 and today's guest is Wafellow, a creator friend I've known for a few years now. He's succeeding tremendously on YouTube. In our conversation today, I picked his brain about all sorts of things, and we get into some fun trivia at the end. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, click the link in the description, go find Wafellow and give him a follow also. Enjoy.
You're the trivia guy. How do you see so many movies? Like, how do you have time to watch all the Marvel movies and all the animated, movies?
I've seen the Infinity Saga, which is like from Iron Man to like Endgame, like everything that happened in the first 3 phases.
Right.
It's about 26 movies, I think. I've seen all of those 3 times, and I've seen like the first Avengers like 40 times.
Wow.
I don't know.
How many hours is that?
Well, I've memorized 2 whole Avengers movies. So.
Like word for word?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What do you mean you word for word memorize?
You can pull it up. I have a video.
Like the script?
Mm-hmm.
How do you memorize a script like that?
You watch the movie every day for a while, and then you download the entire script into the notes on your phone. So anytime you're in a car and someone else is driving, you just memorize.
Did somebody
every day.
Pay you to learn this?
No.
Did they challenge you to learn this?
No, I got like 1,000 views. It was terrible, but I did it twice. I memorized the Russian parts in Russian too. So,
wow.
Yeah.
This reminds me of people that like know pi, like
yeah.
like 3,000
pi. Yeah.
That's crazy. So wait, so what was your thinking behind that? Let me learn the whole movie.
The first one I did was the first Avengers, which is my favorite movie of all time. Mm-hmm. When there was a break between the first Avengers and then Avengers Age of Ultron. Mm-hmm. So when the second Avengers was coming out, I was like, oh, I got to do something epic to like celebrate on the YouTube channel. And I watched the Avengers again, and I noticed while I was watching it that I was basically saying every single line.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, that'd be a cool idea. So I downloaded the whole script, and I told myself, I was like, okay, there's one scene in Hindi that I wasn't able to memorize because it's in a different language, but the Russian I did in Russian. And then I just watched it basically every day and memorized. It took me a couple months, and then I just made it. And the terrible thing was I sat down to record it. This was like when I was like 2 years into YouTube. I was like 16, like I didn't have any good cameras. I had like a camcorder.
Sure.
And I recorded the whole thing in HD. It was like 1080 or whatever. And I got up, and for the next 5 hours, I just tried to get it off the camcorder onto my laptop to upload it, and it never worked because it was too big of a file. Like the camera couldn't handle it. So the very next day, I had to do it all over again.
Oh no.
So basically what I do is I sit down in front of a camera, I start it, I quote for like an hour and a half, 2 hours straight, and then I get up and I turn the camera off. So it's all one take.
You're not doing it while you actually watch the film?
No.
Wait
nothing is on.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
That's even crazier, man.
Yeah. So, and then I was going to do it with Spider-Man No Way Home. I got about 40 minutes in and quit, but I did it with Infinity War as well. And Infinity War is longer.
Are you like picturing it in your head while you're
I can normally and I was acting some of it out. Like I had like a little Captain America shield and like a little Thor hammer.
Yeah.
I was like the Black Widow scene where she's like escaping. Nie tak gierżno prawieste tetjeczer jest najšto, where's dalej tak luci havierte la kapito botejish. The Russian.
Right. Right. And what did you say just now? Yeah.
That's like a combination of a few lines. It's like she basically says oh frick, I just know the Russian. He's interrogating her, and he says this is not how I wanted this evening to go, and she says, I know how you wanted this evening to go, trust me, this is better.
Sure.
That's basically what I said. Yeah.
How? Okay. All right. I get it. This is creativity and being a YouTuber and a creative person like an obsession, would you say? And sometimes like you have to be obsessed with what you do. You have to love what you do.
Yeah. You don't really.
Obsession is like a negative word, but
but it's also might be accurate.
I'm not using it in a negative context.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different ways to look at it, but when I'm talking to a lot of creators, especially myself, it is kind of all we think about all the time, which isn't healthy. That's something you need to work on. We all need to work on, and I've gotten better about it. But yeah, that's like first thing I do when I'm getting up is thinking about that. What am I doing today? And
it's our life, man. What do we
all day, every day?
Yeah, it's like content. Like you're on the toilet.
Yeah, checking analytics. Yeah, looking up ideas.
Yeah. I mean, that's all of us basically. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the type of commitment you have to have nowadays to be like doing well on any of these platforms, which I noticed you're doing very well on YouTube.
Thank you.
I saw recently.
Yeah.
I have your TikTok analytics up next to us here.
Wow.
So I wanted to talk about that first, but
sure.
Have you ever looked at this?
I think I did. I tried to one time when like a brand asked for my analytics, but I don't remember any of the numbers.
Well, so you've posted 1,579 videos. You know,
Really?
that's funny. The guest I had on yesterday had the same, almost exact same number.
Oh, really? Who was it?
Martine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Martine's great.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of, I think that's kind of low. YouTube does better, but I also posted way more on YouTube.
So you have 449 million views on TikTok in total. Do you think that's more on YouTube?
It's almost double on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And you have 560,000 on TikTok, but you have what, 900,000 on YouTube?
We
So
just
that's almost double.
950,000.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll hit 1 million this month.
Dang.
After
God.
a decade, that would be nice, you know?
I feel like the last time I talked to you about YouTube, I feel like you had like 30,000.
Yeah, no, yeah. When
Yeah.
when we first met at the first TikTok meetup, like before I started doing the trivia, like nerdy thing,
Yeah.
I was out 40,000, which was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah. Well, what did you do differently posting that got you to that much on YouTube? Because, yeah, I don't know. I seem to be amongst this small group of people that started posting and it didn't work.
Well, you were killing it with some trivia or finished the lyrics
Yeah.
for a bit.
Sure. But I meant like posting to YouTube.
YouTube. Well, you know Hassan. So I've done a lot of different kinds of content. I started in 2014 or something. And the first 8 years was just misery and no success. Or I mean, it was fun, but like success.
How old were you and what platform were you on?
YouTube.
Okay.
This is before shorts and everything, so I was just doing long form
Yeah.
YouTube videos. How old was I? So 2014, I would have been like 15,
That's
16.
also like Vine. Were you on Vine?
I started like right after Vine. I was never on Vine. I had the Vine app for like a month.
Yeah.
So no, I was just YouTube. I was doing magic. So I've done a lot of different kinds of stuff. Obviously,
yeah?
I love the magic stuff. I do magic. I did like comedy videos, a series called People Am Stupid, where I just covered like people in the news that were being stupid.
Cool.
I did vlogs. I did these things called car jam sessions where I would like jam out to songs in my car.
That's cool.
A bunch of different stuff. And then the magic led me to do like escapes. So I did an underwater blindfolded straitjacket escape where I got put in a straitjacket, had a bag put over my head, and I was handcuffed to or tied to a cinder block and thrown in a pool. Thought that was a really cool video. And I got out, and then I learned how to pick handcuffs and do some other stuff. So then I did a handcuff underwater, and then I combined them, and I did all this stuff.
You're Houdini, man.
Yeah, a little bit. It's fun. So, and then I also really like escape rooms. So like the combination of the magic and escapes kind of led me to creating like my own makeshift escape rooms for videos and kidnapping people and letting people kidnap me. And I think that was really fun.
Weren't you building your own escape rooms also?
Yeah. So the most I built, I'm terrible at building things, but I got like a bunch of PVC pipe and cardboard at my old apartment in Florida, my poor roommate. And I built this little like jail cell kind of thing with like a door. And then I just filmed in there a bunch. I would do a bunch of escape rooms in there.
Yeah.
And my plan was to take it down and put it up every single time I wanted to do one.
Sure.
And then my roomie was just like, it's fine. You can leave it up for a bit. And then
Nice.
it stayed up for like 5 months,
Nice.
just in our living room. So,
I mean, that's how you do things. Yeah. I mean, especially if you want to film content every day, it's got to be here. You have to be like, you know, in the situation.
So then I started doing like nerdy versions of that. Like I made a Marvel escape room, a Spider-Man escape room, trying to combine like different things I loved. And the escape rooms took a long time. They would take weeks to plan. Like creating an escape room is not easy.
Right.
And they weren't necessarily doing too hot. Like some of my most viewed long form videos on my channel are like mostly escape videos. But I wanted to make them better. Like I didn't want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Which I started involving like the escape room aspect, but they would take a long time, and I started getting in my head about them, spending like 3 hours just like trying to make myself make an idea work and all this stuff. And then on TikTok, I've always been good about Disney trivia and Marvel trivia and like knowing a bunch of stuff. So I was like, one day at a TikTok meetup, you were there, I'm sure. I was just like, I got a microphone. I was like, let me friggin' ask some Disney trivia questions.
Right.
And I did a few, I posted a few, and then I did one with Ed.
Yep.
So Ed's dressed up, you know, and I'm asking him like Spider-Man, and he's answering in character. And I posted 2 of those back to back, and both of them, one got 2 million, one got 1 million, which was, for me, it was huge because I had like whatever.
Right.
And I was like, okay, let me just double down on this. And then I started doing it more on TikTok. So the way it worked on YouTube more, I bring up Hassan. Hassan was trying to convince me to post like a ton because he was posting like his content is pretty easy to churn out.
Right.
Like he reacts to stuff and is really good.
Yeah.
And I can do a lot of trivia pretty easily and turn them out. So I ended up posting 8 times a day for like 3 months. It was a lot, but I did it. And that's when it started.
Slowly.
Yeah. And that's why the number of videos I posted on TikTok is lower than YouTube probably, because
Did you kind of pause on TikTok?
I paused not as much. I always try to post 1 to 3 times a day still on TikTok and Instagram. But I did 8 for a while on YouTube, and then I dropped to 4 or 5 for a while, and now I'm at 3 still. So
Those the videos on YouTube, do you have any like specific route or type of videos that you're posting? Like, how are you doing 8 videos a day?
So when I started to go to YouTube and double down on the trivia, because I didn't want to, like, back in the day when like shorts started kind of getting implemented into YouTube, people were starting a shorts channel. And then I mean, I had this channel that I was passionate about for 8 years, doing long form videos, magic, like inspirational stuff, like escape rooms, all this. I didn't want to just flood it with shorts, because back then they still hadn't separated the tabs. All the videos were like the same thing, so you wouldn't even be able to find like my other videos, and like they wasn't as organized. So I just didn't want to bog down my YouTube channel. But at the same time, I'm posting videos that take me 3 months to make and are getting 2,000 views after 8 years. I was like, I gotta try something. Let's do the shorts thing. Started posting 8 a day. So it was the trivia. So when I started, I was posting 4 new ones a day and 4 old ones.
Wow.
And I was kind of diversifying as much as I could. So I would do 4 posts from my laptop without any music. I would do 4 posts from my phone with music. I was trying different like titles and all this stuff. And then I went through my entire batch of probably 2,000 trivia videos twice. I posted all of them like twice.
Okay.
And over the course of like 6-7 months or something. And then I started pulling back a little bit.
And then was the growth on your account, was it fast or was it slow?
So Hudson talks about this too. He's like, the first 3 months will be nothing. And at the end of the 3 months, everything's going to go crazy. And that's kind of what happened. And I don't know if that would still work for everyone posting 8 times a day or whatever. But yeah, I would have to go back and like, if you look at the analytics graphs, you can see like for my lifetime of my channel, you can see like 7 years of like, it's just, and then like it's
meteoric rise.
Yeah. I mean, getting 40,000 subscribers in 7 years and then 400,000 in like half a year is
nice.
It's a little encouraging after a while.
Have you noticed any sort of trend from the people that follow you from shorts coming over and watching your longer form videos at all?
No. So it's tough because I've taken some pauses on long form. I still wanted to churn them out, and I was like, do I make trivia long form videos? Like, how do I make that and still be me? And like, I want it to be good. So I still did escape stuff every once in a while, and then also was trying some trivia stuff, like going through the drive-through with Spider-Man and doing trivia.
Awesome,
that was fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
That one did okay. Like, none of my long form videos will do more than, most of them are still less than 10,000 views even now, right? Which is so annoying. But some of them will do 20, 30,000, like the Spider-Man drive-through. Then I did some like Jeopardy games that were just like trivia and whatever.
So have you thought about doing the Spider-Man drive-through like 100 times, like in every scenario possible?
So I did Spider-Man, I did Batman, I did Buzz Lightyear. I did Black Panther with for the Buzz Lightyear one, I was Buzz Lightyear, Zach was Woody. We had someone as Perry the Platypus. We had like my whole car was full. So because I like doing it with friends. And then like Black Panther, my roommate Dre was Black Panther and I was Spider-Man, and then we had Batman in the back.
Right.
And it was hilarious.
Right.
Because our friend Batman in the back's making fun of Black Panther with the Batman voice. I'm Spider, like we're walking through Party City doing stuff. We're going
did
through
like
drive-thru.
one of those houses basically.
Yeah. So and then the Batman one did like 10,000. Spider-Man one did like 20,000, and then the Buzz Lightyear one did like 2,000. The Black Panther one did like 2,000. It's just like
it's a grind. It feels.
Yeah, I mean,
like
they're good videos. I liked them. I was really passionate about them. And my most 2 recent videos, so February of this year, so last month, 2023, is my best month since like July of last year.
Yeah.
So it's my best month in like half a year or more. We got 90 million views in the month, I think.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and then my last 2 long form videos have done well. So there might be a correlation. If you have 90 million eyeballs on the page, the long form will probably do a little bit better. Like it's like at 22,000 and 12,000, and then everything else after that is less than 5,000. So there's probably a little bit of a correlation, especially because my last 2 videos are just straight. I was just like, okay, I looked at my short form. This is my plan.
Yeah.
I looked at my top 10 best performing videos of all time. The majority of them are Marvel trivia for Stranger.
Yeah.
And then I literally do Marvel trivia for Stranger part 34, Marvel trivia for Stranger part 22, whatever.
Yeah.
And the most of them are just Marvel trivia and Strangers. Now there's some variation. There's Star Wars and Disney in there, whatever. So I was like, why don't I just make a long form video titled Marvel Trivia for Stranger? And it's just a compilation of me doing Marvel trivia for people at Comic-Con.
Right. Is that where you were doing it at? Because I just watched that before you got here.
Yeah. So I filmed an insane amount at Comic-Con. I was there for 3 days. I was filming. I didn't do anything at Comic-Con except film. I didn't go to any panels. I didn't go to anything. I was just
hard work, man.
It was
good.
I got like a month or two of shorts and probably 4 long form videos in 2 days.
Yeah.
So those 2 videos did well of the Comic-Con.
Yeah, so actually it had like 20,000 views.
Yep. So that one's doing well.
Yeah.
And there's an attractive girl in the thumbnail that might help and all that. But also Sabrina. Yeah. And so it's probably a correlation of like the thumbnail being good, the content being simple, and then also the shorts doing well. So I might continue to try to do that. Or
it sounds like you're on the right path. I mean,
maybe
see something hit 90 million views. I mean, it's kind of a big sign that it's working.
Yeah.
And then let me double down and make that into long form content.
Always double down.
Glad you're doing that.
Always double down.
Yeah.
Social media is trying a bunch of stuff until something works and then doubling down on what works, but also always trying something new. 80% doubling down on what works, 20% trying something new.
Yeah, like how do you not get stuck doing one thing forever, and then also meanwhile finding out what you love to do so that you don't like box yourself in.
It's always a fight between making a video that you want to make and you think is really good and you might help people and you're passionate about, and then what's going to work and actually let you live and make money.
Are you exactly? Are you posting like 5 of like original ideas and then 1 experiment video every day? Would you say, or like once a week?
So basically every month, and whenever I'm trying to brainstorm, I'm always trying to come up with different shorts. Again, I'm taking a pause on long form. Within the next month, I want to start working on that again. I've also have started a podcast myself, so that's taken up.
All right.
My bandwidth has like been completely encompassed by that.
Yes.
But
video podcast?
Yes.
What's it called?
It's called the Escape Pod Podcast. We started like almost exactly a month ago when we're filming this.
Yeah.
And that's
March 2nd, by the way.
Yeah. So I can't remember when exactly we posted our first episode, but
how often are you posting?
Once a month.
Okay.
And then
is it? I'm
sorry, not once a month. I'm an idiot. Once a week.
Wow. But by the name Escape Pod Podcast, are you making an escape room somehow like in the podcast?
So that is one of the reasons why we made the name that, and I want to incorporate that.
Holy cow.
I've lots of tangents with my content creation. I have a lot of stuff up here. So one of the ideas that I had and I implemented into a lot of my escape rooms was getting the audience involved.
Yes.
I loved like creating games within the video. So I would like pop up something on the screen and be like, hey, that was a URL, but you need a password. You'll find the password later in the video. So the video itself was interactive while also people were escaping. And then people would find the URL and find this password and go to the URL and put in the password. And then there was a whole like online scavenger hunt for people to do watching the video. Wow. So they would have to answer trivia questions and do all this stuff. And then they would get a bonus video.
Oh my God.
A ton of work. I stopped doing it because again, it was one of those things that was just like, whatever. But that's one of the things that I might implement into the Escape Pod podcast now.
Yeah.
It's also like EPP. Yeah. Also, it's kind of like Star Warsy. Like we're a nerdy like pop culture podcast, talk Marvel, Disney, Star Wars. So it's kind of just feeling like that. And then also I'm an escapologist. I do escape stuff. So
escapologist.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's just it's just someone.
How come I've never heard that word before?
you haven't?
No.
It's Houdini. It's what Houdini is. He's an escapologist. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It looks like escapeologist, but it's
cool.
Escapologist.
That's awesome. Is it escapology?
Escapology.
Escapology.
Yeah. Okay. But it looks like escapology. So
interesting.
We do, because I do trivia, we do trivia once an episode. Yeah. Where either I'll ask my co-host trivia or he'll ask me trivia.
Very good. I have that for us at the end.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So the first couple episodes, to make it escape themed, every question one of us got wrong, we got duct taped to our chair more. And then we would have 30 seconds to get out. And if we don't, we had to do a punishment. I had to post myself photoshopped as a centaur, for example.
Yes.
Yes. So, but back to the like interactive fan stuff and
Yeah.
like the escape rooms.
Right.
Like I would love every week for there to be like some sort of like the whole podcast is like an escape room or like a trivia challenge for people at home and people can get involved.
What does that sound like? What does that look like? Is it video? It's a video podcast?
It is a video
Yeah.
podcast, but we're also on like Apple Music and Spotify and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know yet. We're trying
I gotta
to
watch it.
we're trying to treat the podcast like a conglomeration of shorts, or like we want to think of like what would make a good short or what would make a good long form video,
Right.
and then put it into a podcast.
Totally. That's the
so,
plan. That's what I'm doing here.
Perfect.
Yeah. Except I just talk and wing it.
Yeah.
Kind of, while talking about your history and everything like that. So I'm excited to watch that and listen. And
Yeah. So we're
what's your schedule like? Are you posting? I mean, like, how many guests a week are you ahead or are you behind?
So we've done 7 episodes. We haven't had any guests yet. We're going to start having guests hopefully next episode.
Okay.
We'll film like Thursday. So we post on Mondays, and we film Thursday or Friday, not for the next Monday, but a week.
Okay. So you got a week buffer.
A week buffer for me to edit and
Okay, good.
get everything out. And we also, this is insane, but so within a week, we'll do the episode. The episodes are about an hour long or whatever. For one episode, I created 60 shorts out of the episode.
Right.
So we're really ahead on shorts as well.
It's great. What does the episode look like that you got 60 shorts out of it?
We just have a bunch of bits.
Okay.
So we do news at the start, or each week is different. We have like a list of like 12 segments that we like to do.
Okay.
And then we'll just pull which segment we want to do for the week. So we do news. So we cover pop culture news and we have a joke for each one. And that's a segment that we'll script a little bit more so we know what we're going to say. And like we have like the headlines of the news. And then I'll do 5 pieces of news. He does 5 pieces of news.
Okay.
And we bang them out. And each one of those is like a short.
Wow.
Then we do.
And you're posting it every other week, basically. Like you're ahead a week. Mm-hmm. So you're talking about news that has happened pretty recently.
Yes. So
that's
a
great.
whole other thing.
Yeah.
We don't like being even a week behind on some news.
Yeah.
So we did a whole extra pod. This absolutely killed me. I don't know if I'll ever do this again. We called it the emergency pod when James Gunn came out with all this news about DC films and stuff coming out.
Yeah.
He did that on like a Tuesday, Wednesday. We filmed an emergency pod covering all that.
I like that idea.
We filmed all that on Thursday.
And the name.
We filmed it on Thursday morning. I edited the whole podcast and created shorts out of it all on a Thursday.
Oh my God.
And it killed me. But and then like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania just came out.
Yeah.
So we filmed a whole podcast episode, but left a segment for our review of Ant-Man. And then 2 days later, after we watched it, we came back and just filmed that segment and put it into the episode.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't a week later. We got our review out 4 days later.
Cool.
Just stuff like that. So we have got news, we've got the trivia, we do hot takes, we do hot seat, we do
What's a hot take? What's a hot seat?
so hot takes, it's a game that we made where we'll pick a genre like Marvel or Disney, and we'll be like, okay, we're gonna say our Marvel hot takes. Like if everyone really, really likes everyone hates Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like everyone kind of agrees.
Whoa. I like that movie.
I do too.
Right, that's the hot take.
So my hot take is, and everyone loves Spider-Man Homecoming. I don't. So that's my hot take. I don't like Homecoming, but I love Amazing Spider-Man 2. So we'll write down 5 of our hottest Marvel takes.
Okay.
And then we'll go back and forth. So he'll say his first one, I'll say my first one, and we'll go back and forth. And the first person to break and yell at the other person about how terrible their hot take is loses. Right? So in the episode that hasn't come out yet, it's coming out Monday. He says Cars 2 is better than Up.
Oh.
Right. I lose my mind.
Oh.
I lose my mind.
Sure.
I go off on him for like 10 minutes.
Sure.
I'm extremely mean.
How is that even comparable?
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So that's hot takes, and then hot seat is
that.
we set a timer for 3 minutes, and then I get to ask him whatever questions I want for 3 minutes.
Okay.
And he has to answer, and we just bang him out. So for 3 minutes, I'm just grilling him with questions,
Sure.
and then we stop, and then he sets the 3 minute timer for me, and then I go.
See.
So it can be anything that he wants. We also do questions from fans. We'll print them out, put them on pieces of paper. We have a mug, and then we'll pull them out and read them. We'll do that for 10 minutes.
That's cool.
That's a segment. Brackets. Just did a bracket for the best fictional character of all time. So it'll be Darth Vader versus Forrest Gump, and then we'll debate which character is better, and we'll yell at each other or whatever until we get the best character of all time. So stuff like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot of work.
Yeah.
but it's the most fun I've had making content in a long time. Yeah.
And then that whole podcast will be like your long form episode. Is that going to be on your main channel or on a new channel?
No, we have an Escape Pod podcast YouTube channel. We have a TikTok. We have an Instagram. We have everything for it.
How's that channel doing?
So in the first month, basically, give or take a couple days.
Yeah.
We hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, 10,000 on TikTok.
Wow.
And
Wow.
we're close to being monetized on both, but we were working really hard on it. And the best thing is, like, some people in my space, like, we've gone viral. Like, I became a trend. This is okay. I'm about to freak out. I posted so we post clips like the hot takes, right?
Yeah.
We post clips that we know are going to piss people off.
Yeah.
Like, we understand that my co-host Alex,
Controversial.
yeah, we know like Alex saying The Last Jedi is one of the best Star Wars movie is going to piss a lot of people off because it's simply not. But he believes that because he's an idiot, right? So I posted a clip. A fan, we were answering a fan question. They asked, "What's your favorite film of all time?" I said, "My favorite's The Avengers, followed by The Greatest Showman." There's a lot of reasons those two are my favorite movies, right?
Greatest Showman.
This
great.
became thank you. This became a trend. Okay, I'm not making this up.
Okay.
We got duets multiple times an hour for a few days of people stitching me saying, "What's my favorite film of all time?" Mine's the Avengers, followed by The Greatest Showman, and then they would stitch it and then just make fun of me.
Okay.
Or they would be like, I would say my favorite film is The Avengers, followed by The Greatest Showman, and someone stitch it and be like, "What's your favorite food of all time?"
Right.
Mine's razor blades, followed by the string inside of a hoodie, and they were just like, because my pick was so terrible. I know we post controversial stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Me saying my favorite films of all time did not even enter my brain once as being something that I would get hate for.
Right.
But it was like the single video that I got the most hate for. It was crazy. I had other people in our space, like the biggest people on TikTok in the movie space, coming up to me and being like, "I saw your podcast clip," and we've been doing it for less than a month. Wow. So it was really cool. Yeah.
Wow. Good job.
So we had our first 1 million view video on TikTok in like a couple weeks.
Wow.
Because he said a terrible take that Eternals is better than Shang-Chi. Not true.
Not true at all.
Not true at all. Shang-Chi's amazing.
Yeah. What's your favorite Marvel movie?
So my favorite one is The Avengers.
Okay.
Memorized it, whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever, no big deal. After that, it gets a little tough. I really like Winter Soldier. I like No Way Home. I like Infinity War. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you like the best out of those?
Out of those three,
Yeah. Infinity War.
I'm a Spider-Man guy, clearly. Andrew Parker. So it's hard not to pick No Way Home, but Winter Soldier is normally my second pick. So it's like really tough between those two.
What do you like so much about Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier is amazing.
That movie just like
what? You need to go back and watch it. No. People who know Marvel know that that's one of the best. Everyone puts that near the top of the list. It's just really well made. It's the Russo brothers' first movie. They did Winter Soldier, they did Civil War, they did Infinity War, and they did Endgame. Okay, so they gave us some of the biggest Marvel movies. They're really, really good. And they started off with Winter Soldier.
Okay.
It's the best sequel of any of the Marvel movies. Like, it was Captain America: The First Avenger, then Captain America: Winter Soldier. The fight scenes in that movie are great. The story with Captain America is great. The tension is great. The story with Bucky is great.
Gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's one of the best for sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I will.
Guardians of the Galaxy is also up there.
Are you excited about the third one coming out?
Yeah, so this is another thing I'm getting a lot of hate for. I do not like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Me and my co-host both agree it's at the bottom of our Marvel list, but it's also beloved. I love the first Guardians. I was disappointed with the second. I don't think the comedy landed for me. I think there's some great storyline with Rocket and Yondu being Star-Lord's dad, and like there's some good emotional stuff in there, but also like they just try to be too funny with it. Like the third time Drax says penis, then I'm just like out. Like it wasn't funny to me. So hopefully they don't do that with Guardians 3.
What?
Yeah.
I missed that whole part.
Drax
I don't
makes
remember that.
like a penis joke like 3 separate times in that movie, and by the third time I was like, "Are you like what?" Yeah. So
would you consider you're among a small group of like the most well-versed Marvel fans out there? Like,
so that was one of my bits for a long time. I would do the beat me win $1,000. Like if you could beat me in Marvel trivia.
I remember.
I think I'm pretty well
crazy.
versed. I think I'm up there, specifically in the MCU and specifically the Infinity Saga. Not necessarily as much with the Phase 4 movies, and not with movies in general. People can school me in movies all day. I think I'm way more knowledgeable in movies than like the average person, but not some sort of expert genius. I think I'm closest to being an expert genius in Marvel and Avatar: The Last Airbender. But I'm sure someone could beat me. Yeah.
So how did you feel about Quantumania?
I have never seen a Marvel movie be more divisive than this movie right here, because mostly either everyone will kind of agree like this movie wasn't the best, or everyone will agree like this was one of the best. I have people coming to me and saying this was I will be fair. No one has said this is the best Marvel movie. I haven't heard anyone say that ever. But I have seen people, like friends of mine, give it like a 2 out of 10, and people give it a 7 out of 10. That's crazy. That's nowhere near close. I give it like a 6 out of 10. I like it more than most people, I think. I don't think I feel like we're spoiled. Like people, if anyone comes out of that movie, it's like, that's a terrible movie.
Yeah.
I think you're spoiled. It was a fine movie. It didn't blow me away. It was fine. There were some problems with it, but what'd you think? Did you see it?
Oh no, I actually didn't enjoy it the first time. I saw it twice.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it as much the first time, but
Yeah.
I liked it a lot the second time.
It's like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
The person I went to see it with.
I don't
said-
like Star Wars as much.
He said he said it was the best Star Wars movie we've gotten in years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it felt like a Star Wars movie, actually, the different characters and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you told me your favorite. What's your least favorite Marvel movie?
So oh gosh. So Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is down there. And this is one of my biggest Marvel hot takes, which I don't know if we have to be careful what we post on TikTok, because we know TikTok is very mean. YouTube's very nice. Every comment we get on YouTube is like, this podcast is helping me. Like, I look forward to Mondays now, like all this super wholesome stuff.
Oh, that's
TikTok is like, I've been told I need to be booed off the internet. We've gotten DMs saying we should delete our channel. We've been called illiterate apes.
Wow.
Yeah, so TikTok's very mean.
But you should dive into that. Like, wear an illiterate ape shirt.
No, we do.
Make that yours.
We feel on the hate sometimes, but
I'll buy that shirt. I would wear that shirt.
Thor Ragnarok is one of the most beloved Marvel movies
Yeah.
across the board.
Where?
It is at the bottom of my list. I really do not like it. The first time I saw it, I came out of it really annoyed. And I don't understand how everyone loves Thor Ragnarok but hates Thor Love and Thunder. They seem like the same movie to me. But
Yeah.
I like Thor Love and Thunder better.
Ragnarok. I'm like, what even happens? in Ragnarok?
It's the first one Taika Waititi director.
Isn't that the
directed?
Rock guy's there? And
Korg.
he's the best.
He is funny.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's one of the only good parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the Grand Master is there, and Thor and Hulk fight in like the arena, and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible.
Interesting. What's your like mid-tier movie,
So-
Marvel movie?
I would put Quantumania like lower mid. Shang-Chi's higher mid. A lot of the sequels, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is pretty good. A lot of the new ones are just like like Love and Thunder, Black Widow,
Yeah.
Eternals,
Yeah, that's right. I felt those three. They were yeah.
Doctor Strange, Multiverse of the Madness.
Oh my God.
They're all like lower middle.
Right.
None of those are blowing me away like Infinity War or Endgame
Sure.
or Winter Soldier or Guardians.
So what was the last best movie that we've had recently?
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
If we're talking straight Marvel,
Yeah.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever was pretty solid. I think that was a step above.
It was better than I expected.
Yeah,
I wasn't
it's
expecting it to
above
be that
Quantumania. It's above Love and Thunder. Like, it's above everything that it's surrounded by, but I'm not putting it at the top of Marvel. No Way Home was the best. Like, No Way Home was the last, like, holy crap, Marvel did it again moments. Yeah.
good. Really? No
And
Way
that was
Home.
like December 2021 or something.
Okay. I'm like struggling to remember what even happened in the movies.
In No Way Home?
In No Way Home, is that
the three
Mysterio?
Spider-Men.
No. Oh,
That's-
not Mysterio.
No,
No.
that's Far From Home. The
Got it.
three Spider-Men
Yeah,
showed up.
that's
Andrew,
true. That was
Toby,
good.
Tom.
That was good.
Yeah, that was fire. That was great. That was
Didn't you
great.
get to go watch that, like the premiere of that?
No.
There was like a thing.
There was a
you tried to-
trailer event that I went to.
Okay.
They were literally just showing a trailer. Tom Holland was there and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm hoping
How long have you lived in LA?
2 years.
Like, where are you originally from?
Alabama.
Why move to LA?
So I'm from Alabama. I went to Florida for college.
Where?
Full Sail University.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to UCF.
Oh yeah. That's so close.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I filmed videos. I filmed some videos on UCF. I made a bunny up here for college students on UCF.
Right on. That's cool. I got to see.
So I went there for 2 years, and while there, I started working for Josh Horton, Juggling Josh.
Juggling Josh.
So I would edit all his videos. At one point in college, I was a full-time college student. I was filming and editing 3 long-form videos.
Wait, how did you connect with Josh from Florida? How did that happen? Because
So he has about 800 something thousand subscribers right now. I was subscribed to his YouTube channel when he had less than 7,000.
Okay.
Because I was a magician. I was trying to learn about juggling. I
Right.
saw some of his juggling videos. So like I've always been
He
a
can
fan
juggle.
of his. Oh, he can juggle. And this was back when he was still doing halftime performances. So he came to my college before Full Sail, which was Auburn, and I met him there. I met him a couple times on like playlists, so he kind of knew of me because like I was always a fan. And then I met him a few times, and then he was just looking for some help with like social media posting and editing.
Yeah.
So I was starting to edit for him. So I was editing 3 full-length YouTube videos a week
Wow.
for him.
Oh my God.
Filming and editing 3 a week for myself and a full-time college student.
Dude, single-handedly one of the most hardest working people here.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the industry.
I would not do that anymore. I don't know how I did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But tell that story to say he eventually, as soon as when I graduated Full Sail, I moved out here. He wanted me to live out here and work for him more full time. So I was still editing for him. Then I became like a creative producer. I was filming for him. I was in the videos. I was helping set up, tear down, helping plan videos, helping with thumbnails, just all that stuff.
Are you still doing that with him?
So I no longer edit for him.
Okay.
I Monday through Wednesday I go in from like 10 to 4 and help him with videos.
Cool.
I might be pulling back on that
Okay.
even more now. So it went from editing and doing it 5 times a week to doing it 3 times a week and no editing. So it's kind of morphed into whatever we've needed it to be.
Cool. You're kind of slowly taping off and doing your own thing.
Yeah. So I could just do my own thing, but I feel, well, now with the podcast, I feel like I don't have enough time, but I still had enough time to like work for him and help him and stuff.
When do you have time to breathe? No, what does your week look like? Like,
So with the podcast now, it's really, really tough. I feel like my own stuff has taken a little bit of a hit because I just don't have any time to plan for the Wafello channel. I'm doing everything. So
right.
Monday through Wednesday, I get up and I go work for him from 10 to 4.
Right.
And then I'll come home and I'll get home around 5 and work until I go to sleep or whatever on my own stuff. So that's Monday through Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm doing everything for the podcast. So we're filming the podcast. We're planning the next episodes. I'm editing the podcast, which takes 4 to 5 hours. I'm making shorts out of it. I'm trying to plan my own stuff, and film my own. Oh, so also I schedule stuff out. So Thursday or Friday are normally my scheduling days. So I will schedule a week of YouTube posting then.
Okay.
So 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. So 9, 11, and 3 are shorts. 1 p.m. is a community post every day on my channel. So you have 3 shorts and 1 community post. Of the 3 shorts, 1 is a repost and 2 are new ones. So the 2 new ones I'm posting from my phone. The repost I'm posting from my computer.
What does that matter? That's the second time you talked about that.
I love diversifying. I do not want to post one type of thing ever. So,
I meant from your phone or your computer. Does that matter?
I don't know. Does it?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you have a lot more followers than me, so maybe it does.
So here's another thing. I made Snapchat Spotlight.
Of course.
They paid out a ton a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So I doubled down on that, right? So I've done this twice where I've taken everything that's done really, really well and I put it in a spreadsheet. So like on Spotlight, when I was making a lot of money, I went through the last 2 months when I was in it and I took every video over 1 million and I put it in a spreadsheet and then I looked at like a few key factors, like how long it was, if it was over 10 seconds or less than 10 seconds, who was the guest, what topic the trivia was, whether there was a game involved, whether it was basketball or whether it was just me straight asking.
Wow.
And then I made pie graphs of the percentage of 80% of the ones that did well were basketball ones about Disney or whatever. And then I went out and filmed 30 Disney basketball ones and I made a lot of money. So it worked. So now on YouTube, I did the same thing. After a while, everything was working. I took my analytics, I put everything in a spreadsheet and I wanted to see if posting from my phone was better, if using music was better or not using music, if using text or no text.
Yeah.
If doing a basketball game or just straight trivia or whatever. And what I found on YouTube was, doesn't matter. I had in my top 20, I had stuff from my computer, I had stuff from my phone, I had stuff with music, I had stuff without music.
Yeah.
So why change? I love posting everything everywhere all at once. Great movie. A bunch of different ways. And it's
Do you
also,
speak in just movie quotes all day long?
That's a great movie. So I just if for some reason the algorithm likes stuff from a computer better or stuff from an iPhone better. I don't know how or why, but I have diversity. So I'll have 2 a day from my phone with music that are new. I'll have 1 repost from my computer without music, and then I'll have a community post, which is normally a poll that I'll ask my.
What are you using to schedule?
So I've tried stuff like Hootsuite and stuff like that, but YouTube just allows you to do it natively, so that's what I do. I would love TikTok and Instagram to be able to do that. Instagram has finally started implementing it for Reels. TikTok has not. TikTok lets you schedule from the computer, but it won't let you do music and stuff like that, which is I'm not going to do that on TikTok if I can't do music. If I was that's why TikTok and Instagram are suffering so much, or at least a little bit for me, because I have to do it more manually every day. And if I could schedule it like I schedule YouTube, I would be more consistent. And also because I post more on YouTube, YouTube is like 3 months ahead of TikTok sometimes because
you have
everything is
3 months planned on YouTube, like ahead.
not on YouTube. On TikTok, I could stop filming right now and I could probably post 3 times a day for 4 months,
Sure,
and not run out. But on YouTube, I'm posting 2 new ones every single day.
I meant like scheduling. Do you have your schedule?
So when I was doing 8 a day, there was one time where YouTube stopped me. Like it said, you've reached the limit of things you can.
The limit is
upload.
100.
Yeah,
so,
I posted a lot. So I scheduled out like the rest. I would try to schedule 8 a day for a month.
Yeah.
Ahead.
Oh, and it stopped you then?
It stopped me one time because I had scheduled so many.
Okay.
So I try to stay a week ahead.
Okay.
On YouTube. So on Thursday. So you asked me about my week. That's
Right,
Monday through
right,
Wednesday.
right.
Thursday, Friday, I'll schedule out YouTube, which is the 3 shorts and the community post every day for a week. And then I'll also work on the podcast those days.
Cool.
Sunday, I try not to work. That's like my Christian like rest day.
Yeah.
Try to go to church and not work, but that doesn't always work.
Oh, okay. You're a busy man.
I like it sometimes.
Dang.
Yeah.
You must really enjoy doing all of this stuff. Like, do you have any hobbies, or are your hobbies what you're doing? Like, you're doing what you love.
Yeah.
Did you say?
So my hobbies are very kind of tied into what I do. I mean, my hobbies used to be like magic, juggling, and I want to get back into that a little bit more. I don't film content about it as much anymore, so I don't do magic consistently anymore. And I don't have time to do like parties and stuff.
Sure.
So normally when people ask me about hobbies, I say YouTube and then movies. I have AMC A-List, so you can go see 3 movies a week. I don't see 3 movies a week, but I go see them fairly often. And then I also love doing actual escape rooms. So I'll do like 2 a month with Zach, 2 escape rooms a month, and then I'll go see movies.
Okay. How are you coming up with ideas? Where does an idea come from for you?
So it depends on what kind of content we're talking about. We got the podcast, we got shorts, we got long form.
Let's say where does your escape room ideas come from?
Okay, so I haven't done one in a while, but I've done enough escape rooms where like I kind of know. I mean, I can take you through the process of how I create my makeshift escape rooms, but
Sure.
Basically I'll pick a theme. I've done a Pokemon one, I've done a Spider-Man one, I've done Saw, like the horror movies. And then I'll kind of just craft stuff that I know about that. Like the Spider-Man one, the whole point was they had to find 6 objects that represented 6 Spider-Man villains and place them on this table. And I had hooked up the table with like RFID sensors that when they finally placed all the things there, it dropped a key, stuff like that.
Wow.
So basically with an escape room, you kind of start with the end goal in mind. You say, okay, at the end they need to do this. And then I work backwards. So it's a 4-digit number. Okay, so how can I scatter that 4-digit number across the room? How can I make a clue? You can look up online like 100 different escape room ideas, and then I'll scroll through if I like one, and then I'll make it Spider-Man-y, I don't know how I did it in the last one, and then you just make it Spider-Man themed with that puzzle that gives you that. And then I almost put you in an escape room.
Yeah.
I wanted to do
The truck.
the U-Haul one. Yeah.
Did you ever end up doing that?
Nope. But I spent probably 5 hours planning it. I have everything printed out. I have props.
So we could still do it.
I have it still in a folder. I have everything that's needed in a folder somewhere.
We do a weekly meetup again.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring the U-Haul. The idea was to
I'll
make the
chip
back
in.
of a U-Haul an escape room and then just drive it around to a bunch of YouTubers and make them do it.
Yeah.
But I know it wouldn't do well. Even
That's
though
a great idea.
It's a great idea. It's not going to do well on my channel, regardless of how hard I work on it. So
Maybe someday.
then you would take like, oh, dude, I had for that one, the one you're talking about, I
Yeah.
made a flow chart with lines connecting everything that it needed to connect, and it was really, really fun because like there was a backpack that you had to unlock, and then you spread out clues. Like if there's a clue, like let's say there's a jigsaw puzzle,
Okay.
right? You need all these pieces for the jigsaw, but you need to create puzzles for them to get all the jigsaw pieces to make the jigsaw. So you break up the jigsaw and you put some jigsaw pieces in a backpack
Okay.
that has a lock on it, and then the lock you need something else to solve the lock. So you go from this thing that has a clue to help you solve the lock, and then the lock will get you the jigsaw, and then the jigsaw, once you put it together, will give you a clue that will give you the last thing you need. Right. So it's like a little train.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
I love that.
It's fun. Have you ever done an escape room?
No, wait.
Oh.
One time. Sorry.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you didn't like it. I think I've talked to you about this.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't good at it.
If you come with me and Zach, you'll have fun.
Yeah.
We've never not escaped. So.
Oh yeah. What happens if you don't escape?
Eternal shame. No, I'm just kidding. I've not escaped once or twice, but I chalked that up to the room being absolutely terrible. I hated the room. The room was so bad. I don't even think some of the stuff worked in the room and stuff like that.
What did you say the person who makes escape rooms is called?
A game master. Well, the game master is who runs the room. I can't remember what
was the escapologist?
Oh, escapologists. Those are people who like escape out of like dangerous stuff.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Not one who creates.
No, but there are people who are like hired to make escape rooms. They're like.
I thought maybe you had like a degree in it or something.
No, oh, that would be. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'd go back to college. I'd go back to college.
You would?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So you're not in college now. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. How long do you think you're going to be doing this for? Like,
hopefully forever.
Like, is that just the plan? Like, you'll be 50 years old making.
Yeah,
doing trivia.
I mean, I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah,
a lot of big boy ideas. I'd love to open an escape room company. That'd
be awesome.
Nerdy. You know, I'd love to be sponsored by like. There's no Marvel escape rooms. There's no Disney escape rooms.
Right.
If I could make a freaking Little Mermaid under the sea.
Oh my god.
Escape room. Like what fires me up, bro? What like okay. Oh, dude. When recently there was a Stranger Things experience. I don't know if you saw the ads.
I saw the ads. I didn't go.
I went twice. Once for free because I reached out to them. I was like, yeah, I make Stranger Things. Like I've made Stranger Things videos before and everything. And they gave me some passes and I went. It was the most hype I've been since I can remember. Because everyone in my group was just like staring at me like lose my mind.
Yeah.
Because I love taking nerdy things and like movies and stuff like that and like creating experiences that like makes you feel like you're a part of the story. Right. And that's exactly what it did.
Yeah.
You were literally like in Hawkins' lab from and like the people from the show were talking to you and you were like using powers and stuff like in the room was moving. I want to make that.
Wow.
Like,
oh, so you liked it?
Yeah. If you're a Stranger Things fan, go do it. Like I loved it.
Wow.
And like I got out and I was like, I want to do that.
Wow.
I want to, like I want like a Wafello company that makes like I want to go on tour and like I want the tour to be interactive, right? Like I want my tour like you're watching a show, right? And then the doors close and you're in an escape room, like and part of the show, like all these ideas. I want to like the escape room thing. Like there was this video where Chris Evans, like they set up like a makeshift escape room like on Santa Monica Boulevard or something, and people came in and like there's this Captain America doll and it started talking to them, and then they were automatically like on this Hydra Shield Captain America adventure where they were having to solve stuff, and then at the end they met Chris Evans. I want to make that. That's freaking dope.
That does sound dope.
Bringing people into Marvel, bringing people into Disney, that hypes me up. Trivia is a way that I do that because like we're talking about trivia and like you can win money because
I feel like that is so close to what you're doing.
Yeah,
it is one step away from you to just reaching out to a famous person in those movies.
The next goal is like I've been
and make your own escape room with that person and doing that.
Experiences, escape rooms, scavenger hunts.
Yeah.
Like I want like I had this whole like this whole other series I did called MEA, Mystery Escape Adventures, that had this entity with this mask, and like I created this whole character for my YouTube channel that like it was evil and it would like take over a video. It was like the Riddler for Batman basically. And I created this whole series that like involved like police reports and like puzzle boxes and scavenger hunts, and like it all connected, and it was a 3-episode series. Wow. And like so I like stuff like that where it's like a scavenger hunt. Like they also have these like interactive like month-long horror like haunted houses. Have you ever met Christine? What's her name? Berger?
Yeah.
Whatever. So she created an escape room. She's made escape rooms. She's done over 500. She also has done these experiences where like you like get something sent to your mail and then you have to like solve something, and then you have to just go to like a certain building at a certain time, and there's just an actor there, and like they'll freaking kidnap you and like take you to like this building where like it's just full of actors and you just have to like go through and like whatever.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I want to create stuff like that. I think it would be really, really fun. So I feel like I am close because I've done the escape room thing, I've done the scavenger hunt thing, and I'm doing the trivia thing. The trivia thing works the best for shorts and like actually getting exposure. But I think the next step, like I've been invited to some of these movie events now. I'd love to start getting into like the Disney Marvel world, and then I think if I'm able to like do trivia with like actual actors from the movies and stuff, that would be the next step. That would be fun. And
I feel like it. And if we ever have like a host on a red carpet with a Marvel movie, you should be the guy.
I would love to do that. Yeah.
Dang. But what about like making a game or something.
Yep, that's another idea. I'd love to make a trivia game. They haven't made a Marvel Trivial Pursuit in years. They've made one for Phase 1 and Phase 2, but they're out of stock and no one makes them anymore. I don't know why. They would fly off the shelves, especially if they had the name Wafello on it. No, I'm just kidding. So some sort of Disney trivia game, Marvel. Like I also, another one of my hobbies. We have board game nights all the time. I love board games. I have like 50 board games plus.
Let's go.
Big board game guy, big party guy, not party guy. Board game night.
guy.
Yeah, there you go. So making some sort of board game, making an escape room company, making some sort of like experience thing that travels, doing a tour, keeping the videos up. Podcast is a big passion right now. There's 5,000 things I could do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
The passion's great, man. You can feel it,
I can get hype about some stuff, let me tell you.
That's important though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the Stranger Things thing really pumped me up.
You're still young. Like, you got plenty of time to do all of those things.
Hopefully.
What do you think? What are your plans for this year? Like,
so $1 million would be nice if we're talking
$1 million.
No, yeah, of course $1 million would be nice. No, 1 million subscribers would be nice.
Bro, you're at 970. What do you mean $1 million? You're gonna hit $1 million
we're gonna
next
hit
month.
That. Yeah, hopefully within this
2
month
months.
we'll hit it. Yes, people always ask me this. Like people have always asked me like, how many subscribers do you want by this year and stuff like that. And my answer is I don't freaking know. People used to ask me this like back when I wasn't doing any numbers, 5 years ago or whatever. Like, oh, what's your goal? What's your subscriber count by the end of the year? I'd be like, homie, I wanted 1 million last year. So I don't freaking know. I want as many as possible tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I don't have like a specific goal. I'm going to do everything I can to get as many as possible by the end of today.
Yeah.
So numbers wise, I don't really know how to answer that. One of my main goals this year was to stop sucking as a person, mentally. Okay. So let me explain. My goal
Why
was
are you so hard on yourself?
No, not sucking.
You're doing so much.
I know, but it is taking the place of other important things. So the reason I started YouTube was because I saw magicians on YouTube doing magic for people and then posting videos about it. They were making people happy with the magic and then they were filming it and making people happy with it online. And I was like, I can freaking do that. And I vlogged a lot because the way it happened was I really enjoyed my life. I was a happy, positive person. And then I wanted to share that on YouTube. So it was like life was first. And then I was sharing because my life was cool. I wanted to share it on YouTube and it was like inspiring YouTube.
Sure.
Along the way, because I became, and like choosing happiness, seizing the day, life is good. These are all things that were like driving factors on my channel. I would end all of my videos by saying, Carpe diem, vita es bona, go have a great day. Thanks for watching. Carpe diem meaning Latin for seize the day, vita es bona being Latin for life is good. And then eventually the Carpe Diem, the seize the day, went from making every day as fun and good as possible and thinking about like, oh, I'm doing this today. That's going to be great. That went from seizing the day, meaning that, to meaning I need to work as hard as possible to get where I want to go. And I think that's good because I think grinding is good, obviously, but it became unhealthy. Like when I'm talking about the editing 3 videos a week and then filming and editing 3 that was the time in my life where like I felt like I was not working hard enough. I at one point downloaded an app that like tracked your hours because I was trying to track my hours for Josh, like how much I was working for him. But then I was like, why don't I just track everything I do and figure out why I'm not working as much as I should be?
Okay.
And like I would get to the end of the day, be like, I spent 30 minutes eating. That was too long. And like it was, it wasn't healthy. So I stopped doing that. But so YouTube went from being the product of a good life to it switching, and I started viewing. I viewed YouTube through my life, and now I was viewing life through YouTube. Everything was revolving around YouTube, like you said, like the grind, and like it's all we think about. And it became pretty unhealthy because I used to make videos about like, oh, I'm doing this fun thing anyways, I'm gonna make a video about it, and I need to do this because I think it'll do well. And like we've said, there's like
such a balance. Yeah,
there's a balance that you have to do both. So within the last year, and the escape room thing, right? I really enjoyed it because I felt like it did a bunch of things that I wanted. Like it could do well on YouTube because some of my escape things did well. It could be nerdy. It could be escape room. I love doing super elaborate, like interactive things. I really enjoyed it, but it got to the point where
is it like the payoff isn't as good because the views at the time?
Obviously that's a thing.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a thing. But it's also maybe because of that. And also we're going to bring Mr. Beast up. Mr. Beast is great.
Yeah.
And his advice is great.
Go ahead.
I'm about to freak some people out.
Oh boy, I mean it's a lot of
Suspense.
build up. Yeah.
So his advice is make every video you can as great as it possibly can be.
Sure.
Make it break the internet. Spend as long as you need to on every single video. And a lot of people took that to heart, and I think it's good advice. I'm not the only one. I've seen other YouTubers talk about this, and I'm not blaming Mr. Beast, this on Mr. Beast at all. Mr. Beast is great. I have nothing bad to say about him. This is how I handled it, and I should have handled it better. I started becoming so obsessed with every video and trying to make it as good as it can be. My mental health absolutely destroyed. Especially because he says, well, if you make every video as good as it can be, you should have 100,000 subscribers in half a year. And then you try, that's all you think about all the time, trying to be the best you can possibly be, and nothing works. You're obviously going to hate yourself.
Wow.
So I warn people, take that advice. Mr. Beast is right. Clearly, he's the most successful YouTuber of all time, and I love him to death. I love his videos. I think he's great. But don't let it become an obsession that destroys your mental health. There's another YouTuber called Hacksmith Industries who he builds stuff, and he made a whole video where it was like 10 minutes long. It was like a documentary about why he's not going to be on the channel for a while. And he mentioned how, like, Mr. Beast's other things like the retention, you should have 70% retention. And he talked about how every single video was an obsession to the point of looking at the retention graph and trying to, should they have edited this way? Would the retention be better? Trying different thumbnails, spending hours on thumbnails, trying to make everything perfect.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's how you be successful. But if it's sucking all the joy out of what you're doing, I'm going to start crying. If it's sucking the joy.
Don't cry, buddy.
If it's sucking the joy out of everything you're doing.
I mean, I feel like what you're saying is being very helpful, though, right now to even the listener or the viewer. What you're saying is very important. I mean, especially speaking from personal opinion, it could be tough.
Yeah, so. It's very tough because if your goal is to be a YouTuber and that's all you care about, you want to do everything you can to be the best that you can be and do like you don't. I used to tell myself I don't want anyone to ever say that I didn't try everything I could within reason. And so back to the escape room thing. I used to sit for like 3 hours and I would be like, okay, you're not getting up until you think of a good enough idea.
Really?
And at the end of the 3 hours, I would hate myself. I would hate YouTube. I would hate any idea that I came up with. The amount of video ideas that I scrapped or even filmed completely, edited, spent hundreds of dollars on and never posted.
Damn.
A lot. So my goal for the year, this is where this came from.
What year is this, by the way, we're talking about?
I started getting better about it in 2022, so last year. So beginning of 2022, 2021, 2020.
Okay.
We're all pretty bad.
It was also a tough time.
Well, yeah, I moved out to California in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I would sit there and just like hate everything at the end. And then when you know that one time where I think of an idea that's good enough, and then I spend 3 weeks planning the escape room and then filming it and spending another week editing it, and then it gets 2,000 views. It's tough, you know. And it doesn't affect me as much anymore because I'm used to it. But
it affects me just listening to it.
it's
I feel bad, man. Damn.
This was 7 years in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've already been doing it for 7-8 years. Of course, it's hard to only care about one thing ever and try your best at it for 8 years and fail at it so consistently and not have your mental health be like, not as great. It's kind of like impossible. So my goal for the year is to reverse that YouTube life thing again.
This year.
Yeah, this year. Okay. Is to focus on, I want to make good videos, but I also want to make good memories. And if those memories become YouTube videos, great. But if they're just memories, that's fine too. I want YouTube to be a product of a good life, not my life being viewed through the lens of YouTube all the time. So just an example, like I got all my friends together and I was like, hey, once a month, we're going to do something different. And they all got on board. I was like, once a month, because we go to movies together pretty consistently. We have game nights pretty consistently. I was like, those don't count. We need to do one thing a month that is different. So this last month we did improv. This next month we're gonna, like the month before we did laser tag. Like I have something planned for April, like March, like, so we have these memories, and if for some reason they become YouTube videos and they're happy and they're fun and I want to vlog it, or I get inspired to make a video because of something good in my life, then that's fine. But that's a goal for the year. Because someone asked, one of my friends in that group asked me, I think it was Zach, at the beginning of the year, he's like, what's your goal? You know, your 2023 resolution or whatever. I was like, by the end of the year, I want enough videos and pictures to make a montage of all the great memories I had this year. It's not videos, memories. And I'm sure some of those videos and pictures will include stuff that I did in videos.
Moments that you captured,
but that's not,
Interesting. So. Have you, where do we come up with these standards that we set for ourselves, do you think? Like, where do you particularly come up with it for yourself? Like, why go through all the work to make the video that difficult? why is that the perfect? Why not something less tough? Why not hard to say, but like lower quality?
Yeah.
But because like everything that we,
It's
the viewer it's all subjective.
It is subjective. So here's the thing: it's comparing yourself to others. It's comparing yourself to Mr. Beast. It's comparing yourself to Ryan Trahan. It's comparing yourself to Airac.
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. By the way, this isn't like only you experiencing this. I'm experiencing this listening to you. Like I've experienced this. I mean, I haven't tried as much, maybe, like, and that's the truth of it. Like, I've just been posting shorter form content for, since 2018.
Yeah, I mean,
quite often, and figuring out it on like a much smaller scale. But I can't imagine spending all that money and then posting a longer form video and then and not doing well, and then what that feels like.
I
for so long.
I did
but I'm definitely comparing myself to the bigger guys also. But I also want to.
Which is impossible.
Bro, I'm anti that. I want to figure out the least amount of work, the best quality, least amount of work, most, amount of quantity.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and here's the thing. So Mr. Beast is right. I'm never going to say Mr. Beast is wrong because look at his results. Look at Ryan Trahan's results. Look at Airac's results. I think what he says is probably right.
But he's also saying it from a tower, bro.
Yeah, but he was like me for a long time. He figured something out.
Yeah.
But like,
in 2000, I mean, that was like 2016 though.
It's a different
time.
Right. And also,
Yeah.
when he was getting big, he wasn't making the best videos in the world. He was counting to 100,000, which is unique and interesting, but it's not Squid Game's $5 million video.
Right. Yeah.
Right. He was, I was doing a challenge where I was watching every Mr. Beast video ever. I spent 34 hours doing it and then I stopped. And I didn't post it.
Oh no! You better post that video.
No,
that is I want to watch the first 34 hours if you watch it.
But I learned a lot.
That's an insane video, man.
Yeah. So
I've thought about doing that. Like, you better do it. You watched him watch paint dry.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? You watched him count to 100,000.
No, so any of the like 24-hour long challenges I would skip, but any video that was normal I was watching. I put it on 2 times speed and I was watching all of them.
Okay.
But like, a lot of his videos when he was starting to blow up were unique, interesting, great ideas, but they weren't things that took him 2 months to pull off. He was microwaving a microwave. Great title thumbnail, took him 5 seconds to do.
Sure.
Right? And also, there were a lot of things like winning a game of Fortnite in the middle of the ocean. That's one of his title thumbnails.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Okay.
Never happened.
He never
in the
posted
video.
it?
He tried.
Oh.
They didn't have Wi-Fi or something didn't work in the thing. So they never technically won a game of Fortnite in the ocean.
Interesting.
Ubering people in a tank.
Yeah.
He does that for about 15 seconds in the video, and the rest of it is just him messing around with a tank.
Yeah.
What was the other one? How many bullets does it take to stop a bullet? Great title thumbnail. That is 5 seconds of the video.
Wow.
And the rest is him just shooting other stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So, and also all those ideas sound really crazy.
And then
Yeah, so obviously he's constantly getting better and his videos are constantly getting bigger.
Right.
But we're comparing ourselves to 110 million subscriber, $3 million a video Mr. Beast. When he was getting big, he had really great unique ideas and that's what you need to focus on, but it wasn't earth-shattering, super expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't always watch crazy over-the-top videos. Things that I'm watching every day is like a 10-minute video of someone playing a video game or a stream of someone playing Minecraft. I'm a moron. I watch Minecraft streams. I don't know what I'm about. I watch
people play Minecraft too.
I religiously watch people speedrun Minecraft. It's all I watch.
I've gone through that phase.
Yeah.
Be like, what is happening? Like, I don't even understand Minecraft.
And I feel way more connected to those people than I do to Mr. Beast.
Sure.
Personally, this is not for everyone. Obviously, Mr. Beast is super successful. I watch Sidemen videos. Sidemen videos
are cool.
They're extremely successful.
Yeah.
They don't make the best videos in the world ever.
Right.
They're an hour and a half long, extremely vlog style.
Yeah.
No background music.
Right.
Not in your face, wild, over the top editing.
Yeah. Right.
You can find an example of someone being successful doing anything, any type of content. You can find you look at Mr. Beast, you're like, oh, well, I need to be Mr. Beast. I need to be over the top. And you're like, well, look at
I can't
fill in the blank.
I can't be Mr. Beast.
Not everyone can be Mr. Beast. And if you're not Mr. Beast, that's fine. You can still be successful otherwise.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
That's why I've kind of made up this whole thing. Like, I'm going to do quality and quantity.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if I have like the mental capacity to be able to even think of these amazing ideas. Like I've never had like a crazy idea like that.
Yeah. Well, I was freaking
Yeah.
depressed for like 2 years because I tried to hold myself to that standard.
That's a well.
So
And look at you now, Bell.
Yeah.
950,000, whatever. That's insane, man.
yeah,
It still
and
blows
I
my
feel like
mind.
I still haven't done anything. Like there's so much more to do, and I'm working on like actually making a community and all this stuff. But yeah, you can find someone.
How are you trying? How are you working on making a community?
So the idea was to continue the long form videos while doing the short form, and I still want to do that, but it was tough. And then the podcast is really going to help with that. We've already got a community, and it's great.
How are you managing the community? Like, do you have Discord or what?
So we're going to work on that. We want to start a Patreon. We want to start a Reddit. We want to start a Discord. We're working on all that. We have the Instagram. And the great thing about the podcast,
Who's we?
me and my co-host Alex.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So the great thing about the podcast, you talk about motivation and why you do stuff, right? Obviously I enjoy it and whatever. Like the thing that will keep me going is when I get a message from someone. My nose has been itchy this entire podcast.
That's okay.
When I get a message from someone that's like, hey, this helped me. Boom, I'm over the moon. Also something that will make me cry. We've gotten more messages like that in the last month about the podcast than I have probably in the last 6 months of my own content doing trivia.
Wow.
We've had people message us saying that someone in their family just died, and this podcast is the only thing that's someone I
How
can't.
are people finding your podcast? From TikTok right now? From short form?
Probably. We also somehow have charted in the news entertainment
Wow.
category in 6 different countries: the United States, Canada.
On YouTube?
No, on like Spotify and Apple Music.
Wow.
We were in
Wow.
Australia, Sweden. My co-host works for Spotify, so maybe that helped.
Okay.
But we also did it on Apple Music, and yeah, my the podcast views.
Yeah.
Every podcast we've posted is over 1,000 views on YouTube, long form video.
Wow. That's amazing.
And my long form on my 950,000 subscriber gets 2 or 3, so it's like almost the same with 1,100 subscribers.
How many, how long is the episodes that you're posting?
They're about an hour.
Okay.
So the longest one's been like an hour 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Dang.
So the messages we've gotten about people looking forward to Mondays now, like we've helped them smile, like multiple messages about someone in their family dying or a terrible thing happening, and like this being the only thing that's helped them smile, like that will keep. So that's a community.
That's cool. Dang. Is there anything on Spotify or Apple Music? Like how are people finding that on Spotify or Apple Music?
No idea. I don't deal with that.
Okay.
The co-host deals with that.
Okay.
I help plan the episodes. I edit the episodes. I edit the shorts, and I take care of YouTube. I give him all the shorts, and he posts them on TikTok and Instagram, and he handles the audio platforms.
How many different angles do you guys use?
Just two. One of him, one of me.
Okay.
Yep. We film in 4K on iPhones,
Nice.
and then we crop them vertically.
Beautiful.
Yep.
I love that.
Like, no.
And so you're filming like your podcast is landscape.
Yep.
Not like mine.
Oh, it's everything.
Everything's vertical.
Oh, very cool. I mean, I saw a couple of these, but
Straight to all the platforms.
nice. Yeah. So we do horizontal, and then we set it up in a way where, like, when we do it vertical, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Like the middle. Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, okay. Cool.
Yeah, YouTube baby.
What do you have for you know what? I don't have it set up right now. I was gonna ask.
You gonna ask me some trivia or something?
No. I was gonna ask you what do you have set up for any like lull moments, and I don't have mine set up. Can you reach behind you? There's a little black box.
I see puppets or
Yeah,
something.
there's puppets underneath that. Can you turn that on real quick? Nope. That little machine. You want to play with those again? You see it? Yeah. That's my fun moments. There's a button somewhere on the bottom. You turn it on. Is it on?
No.
Yes. Sweet. So I got that. I have that's for fun.
How long you been doing this?
So I filmed the first episode in like November, but I didn't post it until the end of December.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then I have filmed 24 episodes. You're
Nice.
24th.
Ooh.
And then I've only posted like 10, and it's once a week. I'm
Cool. You're very ahead.
very ahead.
That's cool.
As far as I can be.
Yeah.
And I'm doing all the editing with the video right here, like while we're talking between all the cameras.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So I don't have to edit later.
That would be nice. Maybe I should look into that.
Yeah, it's a switcher. I wouldn't know how you would connect it to a phone though, unless you take the HDMI from the phone somehow, maybe.
Yeah, we'll upgrade eventually.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
Gotta move to the next thing.
Always.
So, did you dance? What was your answer for what are you doing for this year? You're gonna collect memories. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, if we're talking more content,
Yeah.
Um,
Content.
I have a project in April that I cannot talk about.
Okay.
That I'm really excited about.
Cool.
I want to. Yeah, I want to keep the long form. The podcast is I want the podcast to be making like enough money for me to live on within the year.
That'd be awesome.
Wow,
That's such a good goal, man.
creating a community was my number one goal for this year. It was like the long form videos and community, and then the memories. I remember that being like my 2023 thing. So yeah, because I've got the recognition now, like especially with the Spider-Man hoodie, like. People know like I'm the Marvel trivia guy, but they don't know I'm Andrew. And
oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I
What?
just remembered. Okay, what?
No.
What does the name Wafellow mean?
Nope.
What do you mean? No.
I will tell you.
Where did it come from?
I'll tell everyone when I hit 1 million subscribers. That's been the deal.
Oh, come on.
That's the
By
deal.
the time this comes out, you may have
Not
Can
happening.
you say it and then I'll delete?
Pull up my subscribers. If I'm at 1 million, I'll
Bro,
tell you.
I'm saying like by the time this comes out.
Yes, but you'll have known.
I will.
You can't know. You can't know. I'm not at 1 million. It's not that interesting of a story. I keep telling everyone
I know.
it's not that
Let's
interesting.
break it out right here on Breakout Creator.
What are we at? Huh?
951. You're telling me, okay, so you're 21. That's,
See, that's gotta-
10 weeks from now. 10 weeks from now, you won't be at 1 million?
Oh, I'm going to be at 1 million hopefully within the month. Yeah.
So by the time this comes out.
Does that say 1 million right there?
No.
Okay, then there we go.
What?
You're not the only one to ask.
You won't be back for another year. That's the plan. I won't have you on as a recurring guest until
Okay. Yeah.
I film these 52 episodes. My goal is 52.
Nice.
52.
Yeah, and then you'll check in again, see where
We'll
we're
check
at.
in. Yeah. And maybe at that point, make this like a mobile.
And then at that point, you'll know.
And then I will know. Damn it. Okay. We all want to know.
I'll reveal
Hit
it on the
like
podcast
if he
or
should
something.
have. If he should have told us.
Or maybe we'll have a 1 million subscriber party and you can come to that and then I'll tell everybody there. We'll see.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe by that time it would have already happened.
Yeah.
And I can just add it in.
Yeah.
I can just add it into this part.
Yeah, just film it real quick. And then...
That'd be great. Okay.
It's not that interesting. There is a little bit of a story, but it's not that super crazy interesting.
And then the other thing I wanted to ask you about is, so you're the Disney trivia guy.
Yes.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie is Emperor's New Groove. It is my personal favorite.
Yes.
Favorite animated
I
movie.
love that movie.
I think it's hilarious. It's not the best. It's not the most emotionally deep. It is hilarious. Kronk is hilarious. Cusco's hilarious. Pacha's great. That's another movie that I could easily memorize.
Please do.
Yeah.
Pull the lever.
Wrong lava. Yeah, it's great. After that, I really like Lilo and Stitch. I like Tarzan. I like.
What's the best? Oh, is that what I just said? Yeah. No. What's the worst Disney movie?
probably one of the newer ones.
Ooh.
I haven't seen Lightyear. Lightyear got pretty bad reviews.
You haven't seen it.
I have not seen it.
Okay. I haven't.
That's the only Pixar
haven't
movie I
either.
haven't seen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cars 2 is my least favorite Pixar movie.
Okay.
So maybe that. I mean, Incredibles is also probably my second favorite animated movie of all time. That's up there. Up is really good. Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, all great.
Cool. And then, all right.
I don't know about least favorite. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is a pretty bad movie, but that's not Disney. But that's a pretty bad animated movie.
Do you like any other movies like in different?
I mean,
not
Everything
Disney
Everywhere
or-
All at Once
Yeah.
is up there. About Time is up there.
About Time.
It's a
Is that what the?
it's a romantic. I don't know if it's not comedy, but it's a.
Is that what the time traveling guy? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I love that movie.
Wasn't it called The Time Traveler's Wife?
No, so that's the funny thing. Rachel McAdams stars in both.
What?
But About Time's different. Yeah. So that, The Greatest Showman, obviously. I like some other action movies for some reason. Live Free or Die Hard when I was growing up it's like the fourth Die Hard movie. It was really, really good to me.
How about this? Do you ever think you're gonna be like a director someday for a movie?
Nah.
What do you think you'll be doing in like 20 years? Working on those shows?
I think a ton of different things.
Yeah.
I think like all those different projects. I think the podcast. I think my content. I think maybe a game show, maybe a board game, maybe the escape
sure.
room, maybe the
Dude,
experiences.
please do a game show because then I'll have known somebody who does a game show.
Yes.
Because I also want to do one. Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. So there's just a bunch of different things I could be doing.
Okay.
I can't really ever answer that question. That's another thing. People always ask me, like, where do you want to live?
Yeah.
Like, where do you want to travel? Like, what do you want to be doing in 5 years? I'm like, homie, I just want to be wherever I can be creating the best content and being around friends and family. I don't care where that is.
For sure.
They're like, where do you want to live? I'm like, I don't care. I'm living right here, right now, because I can do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So
It's great, man.
where do you want to travel? I don't freaking care. I don't know. People want to travel a bunch. I'll travel with my friends or my girlfriend, which I don't have. You know, or my wife. If she wants to go somewhere, I'd love to go somewhere with her. If not, I'm going to stay here and make another video.
Okay, what do you think about all the different not dating apps? Oh my god, what do you think about?
I can give you a review on dating apps.
Really? No, I want to know about the platforms right now. Do you think TikTok is going to get banned by the time this episode comes out?
No.
No.
People love it too much.
Okay.
It's a spy weapon for sure, but they're not going to ban it.
Okay.
If they do, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
It would be crazy.
100
Instagram and YouTube would be very happy.
Oh my gosh. Do you think they'll ever ban YouTube?
No.
Really?
Like Mr. Beast said, I mean, YouTube's going to be on top dog for another decade, probably.
Okay. What about like virtual reality? Do you think we'll ever have a social media app in virtual reality? Like,
Absolutely.
is that the next thing?
Yeah, absolutely. AI, VR, AR, all that stuff. It's the next thing for sure. Maybe that is what I'll be doing in 10, 20 years. I'll be creating virtual escape rooms or something. What's your favorite thing about making content?
My favorite thing about making content?
Yeah.
Well, right now I love doing this podcast because this is like the easiest way to make content.
Yeah.
I can just have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
We can talk. Less pressure on me. You're the guest.
Yeah.
I don't have to answer too many questions.
Except when I ask you one, like right now.
Yeah. But what do I love about making content? Man.
Just like being creative.
Yeah, being creative, meeting people. So I love doing the trivia as well, and doing the finished leg videos. And I love meeting people, and I love, I don't get as many messages like I've changed your life or anything like that, but a lot of people will recognize me and be like, oh, I love that kid, man. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid Joe, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I see the type of change that I've had in his life, and I love that I can have that effect on, people in my neighborhood, where I grew up, as because I do it in Ocean City, New Jersey. At least that whole series. So like having like my own like bubble to affect in my community is really, and like my own way.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. Yeah. And then doing it here has been, interesting as well. Try to have like a second home.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to make my hobbies and all that combined. So like, what do I do for fun? I'm
being your own boss.
Yeah. Being my own boss.
I can't imagine working for someone else. I mean, I still work for Josh a little bit, but like, it's like we just go and film trick shot videos, you know what I mean? But
even that though, you're like, you don't, one day you could just decide not to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
And you're moving closer, and so am I. So that's why I'm so curious, like how you're crushing it. Everybody's crushing it on YouTube, and I am like way behind.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little scary for a while. I think like November, December were like my lowest months ever, and then February is one of my highest months ever. So like it's still possible. Like you're always under the impression that it could go away tomorrow, right?
At least not with YouTube. You think
I mean, my views could go.
Why? Because of shorts.
For whatever reason.
Maybe they changed the algorithm.
Yeah, maybe people don't like trivia anymore. Like I
don't think that.
Bro,
people have loved trivia for like 50 years.
That's true.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, I mean, there is a limit. Like that's why I'm always trying to, like you said, how do you come up with new ideas? Like trying to see what's trending and like how I can make it trivia related, or doing different types of trivia games, like the guessing what's on your forehead, or the straight trivia like this, or the basketball games, or the water bottle flip. Or I've done like a ton of different versions of the games. And I want to make like better shorts. I want to start making like shorts that are like little short stories and like better and all this stuff. So, but yeah, it could always go away. Anything could go away.
I hope not. I'm also invested
Getting
in
brand
this.
deals.
Yeah.
That's another goal for this year.
Oh, good goal.
Yeah,
definitely.
I was talking to someone about this project in April, and she is like a project manager for something, and she was like, "You have to have brands like coming to you like all the time, right? Like you're extremely like brand friendly. Like your numbers are great." I was like, "No, I don't. If you'd like to help me with that, please feel free." So that's
I wonder why that is.
It's a goal. I mean, I get emails every once in a while, and I just haven't had a good agent or manager yet. So working on it.
Working on it, like going out and trying to get them for you, or managing the emails you get in?
So I manage the emails I get in. I'm also like connected to like, I'm still like, this one agency gets me stuff every once in a while, and then I have one brand deal that's reoccurring that I got myself, and then cool. I have like a channel network on my YouTube that's supposed to get me stuff every once in a while. They haven't, like, so I have like 3 or 4 like avenues to get brand deals.
What about The Plug? Have you heard of The Plug?
It sounds familiar.
The Plug is like a website you can see or it's an app actually. You can see all of the different apps that they're promoting that they've found, I guess, and then you can promote them, make videos for them, and then if people go to your profile and they download from your video, then you get paid. And I mean, I've made
One way to do it.
I've made some money off of that.
Yeah.
$3,000.
Nice.
But my friend made $14,000 doing it.
Wow.
So there's definitely money
The
there.
plug. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's money everywhere, man. That's just a goal.
That's cool.
To
Pretty
get a manager perhaps, and then get in with Disney and Marvel, because I've gone to some movie events and stuff now, but
Dude.
getting in like the Disney Marvel world is like a whole other ball game.
You start going to all of those events, like...
I'm going to the Sony. I'm going to like...
Wait, are you verified on TikTok? So you don't have a partner manager?
I guess not.
Damn, that's...
Verified on YouTube.
Okay.
Not
are you in
not
their YouTube partner program? Okay.
The podcast is hopefully about to hit the requirements to start monetizing.
No, I'm not talking about that partner program. I'm talking like where they... where like you have like a person that helps you from YouTube. You know?
I have a shorts
Yeah, Shorts manager.
manager,
Okay.
but I don't ever talk to her.
Yeah. Okay. Amanda?
Amanda or
Amanda.
Michelle, or there's one other.
So, Andrew, where do people find you?
So I'm at Wafello, Wafellow, on everything except Twitter because my Wafello got banned.
What?
I posted, those car jam sessions I mentioned earlier where I jammed out the songs in my car.
Sure.
I posted like them on Twitter like 5 years ago, and 4 years later they got copyright strike.
Dang.
And then I got banned
Damn.
for something I
Sorry
posted
about that.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm at Real Wafello on there, but at Wafello on everything: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snap.
In the podcast?
Not on Snap, actually. Podcast is the Escape Pod Podcast on almost everything. Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Guys, stick around. We're going to do some trivia. Here we go.
Ooh.
Actually, I lied. We're not doing trivia.
Oh.
We're going to play a game called What Am I?
Oh,
Are you
boy.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a bunch of clues. They're all going to be pointing to the same thing.
This could be anything.
Anything at all.
Okay.
It's a thing.
Okay.
And they're going to be pointing the same thing. You're going to guess each time after I give you a clue.
All right, bring it on.
All right, here we go. What am I? I'm a floating object.
An island.
Nope. I can be tabular or non-tabular.
Tabular? I have no idea what that means.
Me neither.
You're a pool floaty.
No, I am mostly made of hydrogen and oxygen.
You're a cloud.
Nope. I'm usually found in cold water.
You're an iceberg.
Ooh, yes I am.
Yeah. What does
Got
tabular mean?
I don't know. All right. What am I? I'm a food.
Pizza.
Nope. You can find me in nature or buy me in a store.
Chicken.
Nope. I'm very sweet.
Pineapple.
Nope. Sometimes I'm a term of endearment.
Strawberry.
No. Some people put me in tea or on toast.
Butter?
Nope. I am associated with bees.
Honey.
Yeah.
I should have gotten it with the toast one.
All right.
I'd call my girlfriend Butter. Hey, Butter, welcome home. All right.
What am I? I'm an animal.
Chicken.
Nope. I have 4 legs and no arms.
Horse.
Yeah. Oh! There we go. Nice job.
Yeah, magic, baby. Oh, no, I'm terrible at these.
Yeah?
I'm so bad.
Can you see what it says?
Selfie. I've seen the
Oh.
selfie stick.
Whoa. Damn it. All right, you got it.
I'm the best.
All right, next one. I'm the best. Can you see what it says?
Sundane?
Yep.
Sunday Knived Vote Bowl?
Yep.
Sunday Night Football.
Oh my God. Woo!
Normally not this good. Let's keep it
Here we
rolling.
go.
What thing season? Wedding season.
Oh my God. Dude. What?
Bring it on.
That's like, okay, here we go.
Tub hatch, chili or wet? Tub hatch? Tub hatch chill? Is it chili or chill?
Chill.
Tub hatch chill. Tub hatch chill. What? Tub hatch chill or wet? I have no idea. Tub hatch?
Okay, the closest thing to the Hunger Games we have on reality TV.
Squid Games?
No.
Tub hatch? Chill or wet? Tub hatch? No.
Hint, Love Olympics.
The Bachelor?
Yeah, The Bachelorette.
Oh, The Bachelorette.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's do Who Am I? All right, who am I? I am a cultural icon.
Michael Jackson.
Nope, I only work 1 day a year.
The groundhog.
Nope, good guess though. You've seen me drinking lots of Coca-Cola.
Santa.
Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went groundhog before Santa, but
I know. I thought you were gonna get it.
Groundhog Day. Great movie.
One of the best movies. One of my favorite movies.
It's a good movie. What's the name of the toy's owner in Toy Story?
Andy.
That's correct. What is the name?
Whoa.
What is the name of the neighbor?
Sid.
That's correct.
Woo.
What's the name of Sid's dog?
Johnny. I don't know.
I think that one's really hard. I think it's Scud.
Scud.
What's the name of the baby in The Incredibles?
Baby.
Oh,
Jack.
there There you go.
Yeah.
What's the name of the villain in Incredibles? The first one.
Explosive head.
Ooh, that would be a good villain. Syndrome.
Oh,
Syndrome.
Yeah.
In Star Wars, who was Darth Vader?
He's Darth Vader.
Who was he before being Darth Vader?
And Anakin Skywalker.
That's correct.
Woo! Thank God.
Two of Anakin's. Who are the two Anakin's children?
Johnny and Joseph.
Oh, come on, you got this one.
Who was his children?
Anakin's children. Anakin and Padme had two children.
Did they?
Pretty big characters.
Really? Obi-Wan and
Ooh, oh my goodness
Boba
gracious.
Fett.
Oh my goodness. Luke and Leia.
Duh.
Yeah, duh.
Wow.
What is episode 9 called?
Episode 9.
Episode 9. 3 more words.
Episode 9 with 3 more words.
Rise of Skywalker.
Wow. Those are my favorite answers, by the way.
Where you're just people making stuff up.
No, when you say, like, for example, when I say, what am I? I'm a special time. And their answer is, I'm a special time. Like, that's my favorite.
Easy.
Yeah. So this is fun from my side. Damn.
Marvel.
Let's go.
What was Iron Man's real name?
Stark. Tony Stark.
That's correct.
Wow.
What is the second Captain America called?
Second Captain America?
Movie.
Oh, Civil War. No, Winter Soldier is the second one? Mm-hmm. Wow, okay.
Yeah, Civil War's the third one.
Oh.
Civil War is the first appearance of 2 Marvel characters in the MCU.
Really?
What 2 characters?
Civil War.
Civil War.
It's not Ant-Man. In the MCU, 2 new characters. Okay, I'm going to say Wanda.
Good guess.
Is that the character? Vision? Is Vision, like, from that time? Like, how could he pop that out of nowhere?
No, they've both been there. They were in Age of Ultron and stuff like that. But they were in the end credit scene of
Trying to think of
Winter Soldier.
who was in the lineup in Civil War. Like, I don't even know. I feel like the Falcon guy was Falcon. No.
This is after Age of Ultron. They were all in.
They were.
And Winter Soldier.
And Vision was too.
Winter Soldier is the first one that Falcon's in.
What the heck, man? Civil War? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I give up. Oh, pausing. Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. That was his first appearance in the MCU?
Yep.
Like at all? Wow.
And Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Those 2 new characters were introduced in Civil War. What's the most recent Marvel movie to have come out?
Quantumania.
That's correct. What's the next Marvel movie to come out?
The Eternals 2.
Oh gosh, please no. Anything with that? No. Guardians 3.
Oh, dang. Yeah. True.
You a Harry Potter guy?
No.
Great. Here we go. Who are Harry's best friends?
Hermione and Weasley. Ron Weasley.
That's correct.
Woohoo!
How many Weasley children can you name?
0, except for 1.
Ron, Ginny, Fred and George, Bill,
My God.
Percy.
Wow.
Who's the villain?
Voldemort.
Correct. What is Voldemort's real name?
John Leguizamo.
What? That was new. Tom Riddle.
Tom Riddle, me this.
Riddle me this, Batman. Name as many Batman villains as you can.
Why?
See how many you can get.
Joker?
Yep.
Penguin?
Yep.
That Riddler?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The one Kingpin? Is that no
Spider-Man villain.
Spider-Man? I'm thinking the one with the bag from the first movie. Did I say Joker? I said Joker.
Are you thinking of Batman Begins?
Yeah. I don't know his name though.
He's scary. Uses scare toxins.
I don't know. I'll give up. That's it.
Scarecrow.
Oh, wait. Bane. Does Bane count?
Bane counts, yeah.
Okay. I got 4, man. That's
pretty good.
I got 4.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Harley Quinn.
What about the Iceman?
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Croc. Killer Croc. Firefly.
Okay.
There's more. I do more.
Okay, cool. Dang. Okay. Batman and Joker sat down and had one meal during the Batman movies. What was it?
They had a meal?
Yeah.
During the Nolan trilogy?
Yeah.
Oh, it was at dinner. No, it was at the fundraiser? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. No, I made that question up, bro.
It's funny you say that because in The Dark Knight, Bruce Wayne has dinner with Harvey Dent.
Yes.
Yes,
they do. You're right.
And some people say that you can see Heath Ledger
in the background
at a different table, like Joker was like stalking them or something.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. So that's what I thought you were referring to.
No.
It's like they didn't have dinner together.
Dude,
it's like all I remember is him like punching him in the face during that interrogation scene.
Yeah, true. Yeah, me too. I made that up. No, I didn't. There you go. All right, bro. That's all I got for you.
Wonderful. It was fun.
Thank you. But that's my low effort.
Yeah.
Quality, quantity.
Sounds good.
Cool. Is there anything we should add or I should have added?
No, whatever you want. It's good with me.
Cool. Breakout creator.
Great idea.
Thank you. That's cool, man.
What a mystery.
Andrew, thank you for
What a mystery.
Thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate you.